Welcome to Iron Lake, a sleepy small town in upstate New York. Well, actually, this is Shelburne Falls in western Massachusetts, but the town had a Hollywood moment in 2021 when it played a major role in the Showtime series Dexter: New Blood.
Hi, I'm Amy.
And I'm Laura.
And this is
Film Trail. In this episode, we'll launch a forensic investigation into the filming locations from the show, stopping at various crime scenes from Fred's Fish and Game to the Iron Lake Police Station and the tavern, as well as Camp Roaring Forks, the site of Dexter's cabin, and the old mine shaft, among others.
We'll also show you some behind-the-scenes photos we took while visiting the area during the April 2021 filming of the show.
In the first episode of the series, we get a great introduction to Iron Lake, with Dexter running errands around town before heading to work at Fred's Fish and Game.
Dexter drives into town over the Iron Bridge here, and then he parks right here, which is in front of the Christmas tree lot, which was located against this building. He gets out and he talks to the pastor who's hanging up lights on the corner.
This is the location that stood in for Jim Lindsay's place of employment, Fred's Fish and Game. When Matt Caldwell shows up to buy a fancy gun here, he kicks off a whole series of events that end in disaster.
In real life, this is the West End pub, but in the show, it's the Iron Lake Tavern, where Jim and Angela and most of the rest of the town go to drink, mingle, and do some line dancing. This is one of the sites that we got to see during the filming back in 2021.
The series takes place during the Christmas season, so the town was decked out in Christmas decorations and fake snow, even though it was a warm spring day. See the flowers on this tree? And here's a Hollywood secret. In person, the fake snow looked like it was made out of cotton batting. It's amazing how real it looks on screen.
Across the street from the Iron Lake Tavern is the Buckland Town Hall, aka the Iron Lake Police Station. This is another site that we visited back during filming in 2021. Given that Angela is the chief of police, a lot of drama takes place here.
Just up the street is McCusker's Market, which in the show is Gig's Market and Butcher Shop. We first visit this location in the first episode of the series when Dexter's walking through town on his way to work. He ducks behind the building to drop off sharpened knives for Gig, the butcher, and then comes out the front door of the market with a box of pastries. He might be known as Jim Lindsay in this community, but Dexter can't help keeping up with his old habits, as we'll soon find out.
This cluster of buildings is known in real life as the Mill at Shelburne Falls. It's notable as the site where, spoiler alert, Dexter disposes of Matt Caldwell's body by burning it in the incinerator. However, the incinerator wasn't real, and the smokestack was only built for the series and then removed after filming.
This location is featured quite a bit in the series, Kurt Caldwell's Truck Stop and Diner.
This is where he finds the girls that he lures back to his cabin in the woods, and he also gives Harrison a job here washing trucks.
We also see Dexter enjoy a cup of coffee and some yummy Boston cream pie while sitting in one of the booths right in front of the window.
The diner has really leaned into its film history, keeping the Caldwell Truck Stop signs up on the side of the building.
Jim Lindsay's rustic remote cabin was built specifically for the show on the grounds of Camp Collier, but it was burned to the ground by Kurt Caldwell late in the season, so all that remains is this fire ring.
We first see Roaring Forks Camp on screen when Harrison's new friends bring him out to this camp instead of going to look for Matt Caldwell. And then we see it again when Jim, aka Dexter, is trying to escape from the truck driver who kidnapped him. This is such a cool location with all of these great buildings, and it's actually a scout camp that is used in the summertime.
By the way, when we arrived at Camp Collier to film this segment, the entrance was actually blocked off with a sign saying the camp is closed to the public. For the record, we did contact the camp ranger and we got permission to visit the site and take this video. Please don't trespass, not even to see really cool filming locations. The Crystal Bar, known in real life as B-Man's 140 Tavern, is where Dexter stalks and confronts the deadly drug dealer. He pretends to be a buyer to lure the dealer out to the parking lot, but before he can administer one of his trusty ketamine shots, the police show up, so Dexter has to improvise. Angela later visits this spot as well to question the dealer about the incident.
The Clark Caves are an important location in the show. Dexter comes here to scout out the old mine as a possible body disposal site, and Angela and Teddy ultimately find Angela's long missing friend, Iris, deep within the cave system. There are two entrances used in the show. This one where Dexter goes in, and this one where Angela and Teddy enter.
In real life, this is an old graphite mine at Tantiusquis in Sturbridge, Massachusetts. The land, which was named by the Nipmuc people who used to mine graphite here, is now estate property managed by the trustees of reservations.
In the show, this is Iron Lake High School, but in real life, it's the Neshoba Regional High School in Bolton, Massachusetts. Go Hawks! This home in Grafton, Massachusetts stood in for Angela and Audrey's house. We visit this location periodically throughout the show, including when Harrison sneaks in the window to visit Audrey.
Oh, and when Angela and Logan arrest Dexter.
This is the location where Dexter drops Matt Caldwell's glove as he tries to throw the police off his trail. It's on State Route 140 in Gardner, Massachusetts.
As Harrison heads out of town in the last episode, he goes under the Kelton Road overpass at this spot on State Route 140 in Gardner.
As tensions between Kurt Caldwell and Dexter escalate, Kurt hires one of his truck drivers to kidnap Dexter and bring him to his off-grid cabin. But Dexter wakes up during the kidnapping and he forces the driver to crash into what would have been a pole right here. Now, the pole actually isn't really here. They brought that in for the show so that the driver would have something to crash into, but it happened right on the spot. And then as the driver is knocked out, Dexter tries to make a run for it and he goes off through the woods behind us.
This site is used for the conference rooms in the show, and Angela meets Batista here in the hotel lobby to discuss the Bay Harbor butcher case.
This Worcester, Massachusetts resident stood in for the home of Jasper Hodge, who was a drug dealer, produced pills laced with fentanyl, and ended up on Dexter's bad side. Dexter parks under this overpass before he heads into the dealer's house.
Is there a problem, officer?
This is the spot where Angela pulls Dexter over in the first episode. At first, the viewer thinks that Dexter's about to be collared by the police, but then we see this as a different kind of traffic stop. It's in Lancaster, Massachusetts.
That iconic Iron Lake, New York sign was posted right here for the show. Angela sits in her cruiser behind it as she waits to pull Dexter over.
When Audrey and Harrison break down in her old car at this site in Littleton, Massachusetts, billionaire Edward Olson tries to come to the rescue, but outspoken Audrey puts him in his place.
Clowns are possibly creepier than serial killers, and Mr. Wiggles is one of the creepiest of them all. In real life, this is an athletics facility, but in the show, it was Mr. Wiggles' playland.
Yikes.
This is Lawrence Memorial Hospital in Medford, Massachusetts, but in the show, it was just called Memorial Hospital. Harrison visits Ethan here after the incident at school.
Thanks for riding along on our Dexter New Blood manhunt. While you're here, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so you can follow our further investigations into the filming locations for our favorite movies and TV shows. Yummy.